Hey, gay people. Are you gay? I am.
You're gay?
Who's asking? Hi, my name's Matthew.
My name's Hunter.
And that makes us Hunter and Matthew.
Yes.
If you're new, hi. If you've been here before, hello.
What's up? If you don't know us, we are a married couple. We've been married for almost 2 years now. And this is the long-awaited coming out episode.
Is it really that long awaited?
Yes, we're going to do this in 2 parts. So this is Matthew's episode.
So if you want to get to the fun one, skip to his whenever it's out. Mine's just kind of boring, I think.
Fun is not
Interesting.
word I would use.
Interesting. More involved.
Without further ado, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, all that jazz.
And leave a little comment about your coming out story if you'd like. I would love to read them.
Tell us about your coming out.
It involves the church a lot because I realized a lot of things when I was in church. Not in a thing of like, the church helped me come see it. I was just so anxious all the time when I was in church because I was like, the moment I realized I liked males, and I don't want to say boys, that feels pedophilic at my age. I went to Catholic school. I went from preschool to 8th grade. I was there at that Catholic elementary school. Growing up with being taught like the biblical verses and like studying the book, you really just feel a certain way about yourself when you do mess up, and it's hard being someone like that. So I was probably
Y'all hear that?
the 4th grade when I started really liking guys.
So young.
I was in a hip hop troupe when I was in the 4th grade.
Oh, show us some moves. Show us some moves. Show us some moves.
And that's when I started like looking at guys because I was in a group of 4. I was one of 4, and my little
Was it all boys?
Yeah, it was all boys. And we competed. I remember this. Did
you win?
I don't know. We were at the mall competing.
Which mall?
Jefferson. The mall no one went to. The one with like the springy jumps.
Yeah.
Y'all remember those springy jumps?
Trampolines.
Trampolines.
Trampolines, girl.
In that time period, I was like, do I like them because I want to be their friend, or do I like them because they're talented? Do I like them more? Because there was one I always talked to, and I like really gravitated towards him. I think it may have been like a crush that I just couldn't pinpoint.
Was he black?
No, he was white.
That's very off-brand for you. Sorry, this is my coming out video. Oh, sorry.
And I don't know, just from there, I just kind of like looked at guys more, and like I never wanted a girlfriend. I just was just like, I'm okay, I'm gonna go dance with other boys. And that really became the rest of my life.
Okay, so now that we have established
That
your moment where you decided
no. That was when I like first started looking at guys. The moment I realized I was like officially getting like accepted it for myself. We were coming back from church. I may have talked about this before.
You did.
So in
this
short,
video over here.
Yeah. In short, I was in church, and I was like, nah, yeah. In church, I thought to myself a lot. I didn't really listen to the homily and like the eulogy. I never really listened to any of that. I just thought a lot. It's anxiety, I guess. And so I was like, you know what? This is just how life is at this point, and we're just gonna roll with it. Not much else I could do about it. I remember telling a few people, a friend had like let it slip to one of the popular girls that like I was like relatively acquaintances with, that Matthew has a crush on. I can't remember his name, but I do remember.
Well, how did she find out that she knew that you liked said boy?
I told her because I thought we were friends.
She outed you?
Yeah. Yeah, Sydney, this is f***ing you. I remember her.
Oh, keep going.
And
Spicy.
I did this thing where I would nickname the boys I had crush on after foods. So I'd always be like, I really enjoy dark chocolate. That was one of the nicknames. And to throw people off, he was white.
I like chocolate milk. Can I have some chocolate milk?
Did I never tell you this? Yeah. My crush's name, I nicknamed him Dark Chocolate. Because I was known for, like, I like dark chocolate. Like, people knew that. So, like, I just made it, like, a thing where, like, no one's gonna know because I like dark chocolate as a candy, so, like, no one's gonna care if I talk about dark chocolate, so whatever.
This is such middle school logic, and I'm living for it.
Thank you. And it got to the point where, I'm not gonna say her name again because I shouldn't. Well, Sydney's a generic name. I didn't say her last name.
It's
Yes!
I don't even know her. How'd I guess her last name like that?
It's a simple last name. But I had confronted her. I was like, hey, so-and-so asked me about someone, and, the only person who really knew that was you. So, what's up with that? And she was like, I just slipped. And I was like, can we not have that happen again? Thank you. And it happened again, and it got to the point where everyone knew. And everyone started calling him Dark Chocolate. It was not fun. It's not cute. If you all realize by now, he's bullied for being feminine. And,
But you're not even that feminine.
which is wild, yeah, I know. But it got to the point where the teachers were like, hey, what's happening? Like to a group of, like, they brought me and a bunch of the boys who bullied me into the counselor's office, and they were
I
like,
remember this story, yeah.
they were like, hey, what's happening here? Because Matthew's being pointed out for some reason. And it was me and, like, 6 boys in this counselor's office, them sitting over, like, in, like, this kind of corner area, and then, like, me in a chair. I was like, nothing's happening. And they were like, we're all just friends here. And I was like, yeah.
See something, say something, Matthew.
I came out to my mom in the 8th grade because it had been brought to my mom's attention about dark chocolate. And I was like,
So you were just surrounded by some snitches.
yes! Catholic school. Well, also, another thing that made me scared about coming out was there was a boy a grade above me. When I was in 7th grade, he was in the 8th grade. And he, in the 7th grade, so I was in 6th grade, came out as bi. And he was relentlessly bullied for being bi. But the school couldn't do anything because if they stood up, that means they were pro-LGBT, they were allies. But as a Catholic school, there were teachers and parents that were like, oh, so you support this? So what about my kid? Like, it was like kind of that. And so I just kept my mouth shut because I knew if I said anything too loud, the same thing would happen to me, that I would be bullied in the school and do anything about it, because that would then be them taking a stance against homophobia.
Okay, so your mother found out.
My mom found out. She kind of pulled me aside. She was like, hey, is everything okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And she was like, are you gay? Like, it's okay if you... My mom was always really cool. My dad's also really cool. I don't know. My mom was just like, if you are, that's fine. I know lots of gay people. I know a lot of people. They're cool. You're fine. If you are, that's okay. Like, it'll be fine. And I said, no.
So you're a liar.
You're a f***ing liar!
Yes. And so, like most middle school boys, I was looking up things I should not have been, and watching videos I should not have been, and getting caught doing such things. And so I think my parents kind of had an inkling to what was to come. And so one day I was in church, different day of church than because when I realized when I said I was gay in my head, that was during school mass, which we always went to on Thursdays. And then when I came out, it was on a Sunday mass. And so basically I went to church twice a week.
It's just the idea of going to
Church during school.
Yeah, it just blows my mind.
And so after church, I was like, I'm gonna tell my mom. I'm gonna tell my mom. And so we got home and I said, hey mom, can we go talk for a second? She was like, sure. And she stopped in the living room. I said, can we go to your room?
Oh.
And she was like, oh yeah, sure. Is everything okay? And I was like, everything's fine. I just kept being quiet to the point where like I couldn't speak.
Oh.
And like I started crying. And she was like, do you need to write it down? And I was like,
oh, I remember this part.
And I wrote down that I said, I think I'm gay. And she was like, that's okay. Like, I love you very much. Like, nothing changes to how I feel. Do you want me to tell your dad or do you want to? And I pointed at her. It was.
I'm so scared.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like hard because like, I don't know. My brother was much more masculine than I ever was. And like, I don't know. It's just hard. And like, I don't know. I feel like coming out to your dad is so much harder than coming out to your mom. In my case. Not that my dad's like some like...
No, that's probably in most people's cases.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just scared that I was going to let my dad down. You know? I think like... I don't know. I just had pictured this like big thing. Like this big meltdown that didn't happen.
That's good.
I remember like a couple... Like maybe a week or two went by and my dad was like, hey, mom told me. I still love you. That's okay. Nothing changes. I think my dad was, I don't want to say like distant from me because I don't think he was. I don't think we had much interaction for a couple of days. I don't think because he was upset that I had come out. I think he was upset that I didn't tell him. And that's me coming out to my parents.
I have some questions.
Yes.
So earlier you told me before we started recording that you never came out to your brother, right?
I don't remember coming out to him.
Do you think he knows?
He does now.
If you were to call him right now, what would he say?
He'd probably be like, why the f*** are you calling me? He'd be like, great.
I'd be like, duh, you're married to a whole boy.
Be like, shut up, loser.
Okay, but let's go back in time to 2000, whatever year that was. If you were to have came out to your brother, how do you think that would have went?
I don't know. My brother and I went to an all-boys Catholic school, high school. I only went for a year before I transferred, and he stayed there all 4 years. And I think you just get this mentality when you go to an all-boys Catholic school that, like, anything that is remotely gay is just, like, oh, it's really aggressive. You know what I mean? Because you're surrounded by guys. And so it's like, if one person's gay, there's so many targets. I'm so glad I left.
I remember one time you told me you had 2 boyfriends prior to me.
Yes.
It's kind of slutty.
I don't think you told your parents about the first one.
No.
But then the second one,
I did tell my parents.
you tell your
about.
parents and your dad was like...
I think that was also like, my dad was like, no. Because I think it's like, oh, my son's gay. And then you're like, this is my son's boyfriend. I think it's more of like reality setting in, being like, no, not that.
And then when you told him about me, he was like, yeah, a boyfriend!
Well, how they met you was awkward. It was Hunter's birthday.
It's my birthday, so Matthew and I have been dating for like 3, maybe 4 weeks. And so there was nobody home at Matthew's house.
And the place we were going to eat was near my house.
And so...
We just went to my house after school.
And so we were wasting time in between.
Because I also lived relatively near the school.
And so maybe we went and we were making out a little bit. Maybe, you know.
And then I gave her some yeah.
Matthew's family gets home.
I hear the door open and feet because I lived in the basement of my house. I just hear
like
walking.
Harry Potter.
And so my family gets home and we come upstairs and I say, hi everyone, this is Hunter. We're dating. We're now leaving.
I don't think you said dating because your sisters were in the room.
Yes, I think I was like, this is Hunter. We're now leaving.
And so I was like, they're like, happy birthday. And I was like, thanks. Bye.
So that was the first time my family met Hunter. And then honestly, like, Maybe that was the reason why I told Melody and Megan. So
No. You told Melody and Megan like 3 years into our relationship.
no.
Yes, huh? Because I was at multiple Christmases and they just thought we were best friends.
And they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
Those are his twin sister.
My sisters who are twins.
They're 5 years younger.
Because I've said twin sisters before, and they're like, "You're a triplet," and I go, "Let me rephrase. My sisters, who are twins."
Yeah. So you didn't tell them until multiple years into our relationship.
Yeah.
And your mama too.
Okay, that I was nervous about Mama.
I was coming around for Christmas, holidays, all this and that for years and years.
And Mama gave you money.
Mama was giving me money for Christmas and all this and that, and everyone was like, she has to know. And Matthew was like, no.
Well, and then like some of my family members were like, "We're gonna tell her," and I said, "You're not gonna tell no one nothing." What do you mean you're gonna tell her?
Exactly. That's not your place.
I remember when I told the girls, I was like, "So Hunter and I are dating," and Melody goes, "I knew it."
What did Megan say?
I think Megan was like, "Oh," and they were just so excited because they liked you.
Because I'm amazing. Say I'm amazing.
You're amazing.
And you're like, yay, I'm amazing. Cheers. So, do you have any other anecdotes about coming out? Any regrets?
No regrets, no.
Anything you would change ever so slightly?
I wish I was the one who told my dad. I do wish that.
Okay, I can see that. Do you wish you had done it earlier, later? Do you think the first time your mom cornered you, you would have told her?
No. I don't think I would change a lot about me coming out. I think I would have been more selective about who I told in middle school.
Yeah, Sydney.
Sydney. Not my cousin Sydney. Hey, you're great.
Okay, well that was episode 1.
Of me coming out. Next time we got
My lovely adventure of coming out.
I can't wait to ask questions. Yours happened quick though.
Did it?
It started fast.
It started fast and it was dramatic.
And that's a cliffhanger. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more of our videos, subscribe. You can also click the bell notification to
know when I have my story.
yes, because you don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it.
Mine was the CW version. His is a Marvel movie.
No, mine's like MTV.
I could see that. Yeah.
It's more like MTV.
I'm TLC. You are.
Maybe a little ABC Family Freeform.
Yours?
Yeah. Well, this is not HBO Max. HBO Max.
Full nipple.
Full everything. Full dick swinging.
Well,
Back up your phones. Love wins. And
have a good day.
have a good day. Stay safe. We love you. Thanks for all the positive vibes. And
Got a vibe. Baby, are you coming with a ride?
on that note, it's time to go. Come on.